Hey, what's up, guys? This is gonna be my review of Uncharted 4: A Thief's End, and the gameplay show is gonna be all multiplayer footage because I don't want to spoil anything from the story. Because it's best to see all the new cool spectacles for yourself and not be spoiled by any of it. So yeah, I'm gonna straight out say this: this game is probably the best game on PS4.
The
Um,
downside, a lot of people are
I
going to try
loved
to
it.
kill us. The
I've
upside,
been a huge
we
fan
can
of the
Snapchat.
franchise since day one, since the first game, and this game is, in my opinion, the best of all of them. And this is easily the best looking game on PS4. This game is downright gorgeous. From the little details like Drake getting dirty to like the guns getting mud on them. Just there's so many little like details in it that make the game stand out even more outside of it just being just a pretty game. There's so many little details that you're like, whoa, that makes it that much better. Uh,
You deserved it.
the game, like all of them, has a great soundtrack.
Coming at
The
you.
soundtrack is phenomenal, especially the credit song and the song that plays during the final chapter in the game. Fantastic, good work to the soundtrack team. And the story is fantastic. The story takes place a few years after the third game, and Drake has basically given up the whole adventuring, going out to find, like lost tombs and stuff. Drake is just done. He's done with all that. That's his quote old life. And something happens that draws him into a new hunt for treasure, a new life of adventure. And the story is fantastic. The story is wonderful. The story is the best in the entire franchise, in my opinion. It's the best. It's also the longest game for the franchise, which is really nice. It took me about 14 hours to beat it, which is significantly, not significantly, but like the third one, I think it took me like 10 hours to beat because I recently played through the first three. So yeah, it's the longest one. It's really good.
Let me just dust myself off.
And they made the combat a lot smoother. Like you can transition now from like stealth combat
Let's get you
to
back
run
up.
and gun, extremely smooth now. This new grapple hook that you get, which really helps in combat because you can like, oh shit, I'm being shot at, run, grapple hook onto a ledge, grapple across the whole map. By map for single player, I mean like the first three were they were very point to point based games, while this game's the combat zones are freaking massive. Like they are huge like battle arenas, which you can stealth through most of them, or you could go guns blazing, and you don't get really hurt for doing either one. You can do both, or go back and forth. Go like stealth through, go in guns blazing, then mid combat run away, go into stealth form, then or stealth form, stealth gameplay, and go in again. It's awesome. And as a fan from the first game, it's really cool to see Drake as a character transform from game to game to game. And this game is his biggest transformation as a character. And it's really wonderful to see such a fantastic character fully fleshed out again. That was really cool. And yet the multiplayer. The multiplayer is fun. It's fast paced. It's of course cover shooter still. Uh, it's fun. It's very similar to Uncharted 2's multiplayer because like the third game, I know a lot of people didn't really like the third games, but it's more tuned to the second ones. The online smooth. It's fun.
Help you out.
It's it's just straight out fun. I'd say buy this game. Buy it right now. Stop watching this and go fucking buy it. That's how good this game is. That's how fantastic this game is. This is a must own on PS4. In my opinion, it's the best looking and the best game on PS4. So buy this game, love it. Buy the remaster of the first three and play those first and then play this one because only that way you will see the full transformation of Drake as a character. It's wonderful. Please support this game. Go buy it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe.